Hello, hello, hello. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In the last episode, what did we do? What did we do in the last episode? Oh, we conquered the end. I fought the Ender Dragon, defeated it, took it out, raided an end city, got some shulker boxes and an elytra, which I am obsessed with. Let me tell you something right now. This is my first ever world ever having an elytra, and I'm obsessed with this damn thing. I am blowing through my short supply of rockets that I have. Because I just can't stop flying everywhere, and I feel like I'm getting good with it. I've only died maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 times with it from not landing it correctly and just basically dying as soon as I hit the ground. But other than that, I'm getting good with it, and I'm obsessed with flying around. All right, these guys harass me all the freaking time when I'm over here trying to record. Leave me alone. I'm concerned about how often these things spawn here in this village, because I have plans to have villagers living in this village, like roaming around and in the buildings and stuff. And if these guys keep spawning in here, I'm just gonna kill them all. Like, what do I do about that? Is there a way to keep them out? Like, I don't understand, because I feel like they spawn in here. It's gonna ruin my plans to add life to the village with villagers. So I have a relatively big project planned for today's episode that I really just want to jump right into and get started on, because there's a lot to do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all of it in one episode, but I'm hoping I can, because there's quite a bit that I want to get done today. There is a lot of stuff I want to build, like a lot, and a whole area that kind of needs a little bit of terraforming, which is where I'm going to start, which is right here behind me. So this whole hill behind me is hideous, as you can see. It's just not pretty. I mean, it's really not pretty. If you just look at it, it's very jagged. This is just how it naturally spawned, except for a little bit, like right over here. I took out when I first started working on the village. I was planning to start here, so I took a little bit out. Then I changed my mind and decided to put the gate over there instead of right here, which is where I was originally going to put it. But other than that, this is all naturally generated, and it's just very ugly, very jagged, has holes like this, and it's just not cute. And this is where I plan to build today, is I pretty much want to build on this entire area, but I have some work to do to the area before I can start building, because I can't build on this. Look at it. It's hideous. Like, look at this. How am I going to build on this? So that is phase 1 of today's project, which is to pretty much terraform this area. It's not a lot of terraforming, comparatively speaking, I guess. Just a little bit. I kind of need to... I'm trying to think on how I want to do this. I kind of need to tear some of it out and then rebuild it, basically. So like this, I kind of want to be pushed back a bit more. Maybe over here, I'm not sure. A little bit up there I need to tear out, and then once I have it pushed back and tore out enough, then I'll come back through and actually start placing blocks and rebuilding it, once I kind of figure out the shape and like exactly where I want everything to go. So I guess let's just start on that, shall we? Alrighty guys, so we have finished the terraforming portion of the video. And I'm up on this hill, this like mountain, so you can kind of get a better view of the work we did. So I kind of turned that jumbled mess that it was before into this. So it looks a lot better and it actually has spaces for me to build on now. And I'm pretty much gonna fill up this entire space, honestly. Like, we're gonna have a build here, gonna have a bunch of builds there, a bunch of builds there. I'm gonna have a build back over there on that portion of it. So it's all pretty much gonna be utilized, which is why I needed to really spend some time working on this area, because previously, before I did the terraforming, it was not in a state to be able to have all these builds on it. So I like the way it turned out. Let me go down here. Oh, I'm so glad I have an elytra. It makes this so much easier. All right, so let me go down here. So you can kind of see what it's going to actually look like when you're in the village. So I did some terraforming rocky bits here, like I did over there under the bridge and in front of the church and the hospital. And that's because just like over there, the river is going to be running right directly next to this area. So the river's going to come down from over there, and it's pretty much going to hug this cliff and come all the way around this way. And then right about here, it's going to like veer off this way a bit. And then it's going to kind of swirl back around to this way. So that's, and then head back over that way towards the bridge. So that's the plan for that. So I did some rocky bits there. And then right here's our way up there. And then, like I said, there's going to be a build here. This build's actually like the main attraction of today's episode. All the builds up there are kind of extra. This is the main attraction. And then I did a little bit more rockiness here behind the building that's going to be here, just because I thought it looked good. And then it kind of just keeps going up. So then you would basically come over to this side to get up, and then you can go one of two directions. You can go around this way, which, like I said, there's going to be a build right there. Or you can go around this way. This is like a little walkway. There's going to be paths and everything, of course. And it's just going to bring you right over here, which allows you to get up. By the way, the terraforming wrapped all the way around here. So I brought it all the way around. Then I'm going to have stuff up here. You just continue going. And then there's another set of stairs to take you up to the tallest bit. And yeah, there's going to be stuff up here as well. So I'm happy with it. It turned out like I wanted. Let me tell you something, though. This was a lot more work. A lot more work than I originally thought it was going to be. I was like, oh, this is not going to be that much work. It's not going to take that long. It took hours upon hours upon hours. Placing the dirt. Like, the rocky bits kind of flew by. They weren't really too bad. But for some reason, placing all of this dirt took forever. Like, it took so long. Ow. It took so long. But yeah, that's a lot of dirt placed though, so I guess I understand why. But yeah, I'm very happy with how it turned out. And the next phase of this video is pretty much beginning to build the builds that are going to be up there. I think what I'm going to do is save the main building, which is going to be up front right here, for last. And I think I want to do the smaller buildings that are going to be up behind it up there. So I think that's where we're going to start with this. I have these choco boxes here, and I kind of prepared, that's the dirt I was using, never mind. I kind of prepared some materials for the builds. This is definitely not going to be enough, probably. I'm probably going to have to collect some more in between buildings, but this is definitely enough to at least get me started. So I guess let's just hop right into that and get started. And I think, hold on, let me get another aerial view here so I can make up my mind. I think I'm gonna start with this area right here. Yeah, I'll start here, then I'll move up here, and then I'll do the ones over here. I think that's going to be the order of operations today. So let's hop right into that and get started on the builds. Yeah. Alrighty guys, so I have finished the upper part of the buildings, as you can see behind me here. So I built quite a bit. This took me quite a while, much longer than I expected, just like the dirt. I, for some reason, didn't realize how big of a project this is. Like, I pretty much almost built just here in this one episode so far up there. I've pretty much almost built just as much here as I have for all of that combined. Not including the trees, but just the buildings. Like, I don't know how I thought that this was a small project. But it was a lot. It was much bigger than I thought, but I got it done partially. I mean, the buildings are actually built. So you see here, we just have 3 like townhome inspired type of houses. Yeah, all of these are houses up here, by the way, because for a village, we need places for the villagers to live. Like, it can't just be shops and everything. Like, they actually need places for them to live. So that's where this is. So there's 3 here. They're not exactly the same. There is differences to them, but they're like townhomes. I kind of like that. But over here, we have a standalone house, which is, you know, just kind of chilling here. None of the interiors are done, as you can see right here, but I will get those done. I don't know if I'm going to have time in this episode, but if not, then I'll do it next episode or possibly between episodes. I don't know. But the interiors will be done. And then over here, when you come up, you have another house here. This is a single story, like elongated kind of house. And then over here, we just have 3 more of those townhome type of things. It's getting nighttime. Which I actually really like these. So we have those, and then if you come around the corner over here, oh, I forgot to get rid of this dirt block. 1 second. I use dirt for my scaffolding, and I quite frequently forget to take it down. But yeah, so if you come over here, we just have another little house here for someone to live in, and then you come straight down here, and then you have another one, which this one is basically kind of the same as that one. It's just that part of the house is just doubled, so it's on that side as well, basically. But yeah, so we have another little house right here for someone to live in, and then down over here, this is the biggest house out of all of the ones I've built today, and it's just all by itself. Here, this house, wow, I can't talk. This house is going to be where the owner of what I'm going to build over there, this is where they're going to live. So yeah, this is going to be the shopkeeper's house, pretty much. I'm excited to do the interior for this one. I don't really know what it's going to look like yet, but I have plenty of space, so I'm excited to do it. But yeah, so those are all done, and yeah, it took a long time, but I'm very happy to have gotten it done. Oh, okay. Calm down. I don't have armor on. I don't even know where my armor is. I need to go find it because I need to go into the Nether. So we're going to take a quick trip into the Nether before I actually start building the main attraction for today's episode, which is going to be right here. I am so glad I went to the end last episode, because these shulker boxes have been an absolute lifesaver for building. Like, I'm able to literally organize all of my building materials that I need, and it makes it so much easier. Oh my gosh, a lifesaver. I'm very happy to have that done. I really like it. I think once we get the main attraction here in front, and then hopefully get some trees up around all of it, like those trees, to kind of fill it in, since this is a forest village, I think it's going to look really cool. And when I have the interiors all done and everything, it's just, I think it's going to be really good, because I'm actually quite happy with it so far. But with that said, let me head into the Nether, and oh my gosh. Holy crap. Let me head back over to the Nether, and we have some, well, just a little bit of mats I need to collect in the Nether to be able to build what the whole reason for this episode is over there. I'm missing one crucial ingredient, and I get it from the Nether. I just love my little Nether portal here. I built this, I think, in episode 3. No, episode 3 is when I built this. And I still love it so much. It turned out so good. Now, something I don't love is this. What the heck happened to my block? Why is there a block missing? I could have sworn there was a stone block there, but maybe it was that. No, that looks correct. Can Endermen pick up moss? An Enderman must have done that. How annoying Endermen are. I hate them so much. I hate them so much. Okay, let me get my gold helmet on and head on in. All right, guys, so we have made it to the nether. This is like a nether path over to my portal back there that I was working on forever ago that I never actually finished. So I don't think you guys ever actually saw it. But I wasn't liking how it was turning out, so don't really know. Wait, I don't think I can go this way, can I? I don't think I even finished. Yeah, I didn't even wrap it all the way around. The Blaze Temple is right, the Blaze Farm Temple thing is right there on that other side. So I was trying to make a path around to wrap around to it. Just wasn't liking the look of it. So I need to figure out a design for this to eventually come back to it. But for now, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with it. But anyway, we're here because I need some of that nether wood stuff. The blue one. What is it called? Warped. The warped wood. I need some of that because I don't have any. I haven't actually been to a warped forest yet, but I have seen one when I was working in the nether. There's a crimson forest all around this area and right next to the Blaze Temple. And I think... I'm trying to remember where I saw the warped forest. I want to say it was right over that way. Because I remember going across the lava lake just to look, and I know, oh yeah, I see some more crimson right there, but I believe right next to it was a warped forest. So let me figure out how I'm gonna get over there and then see if there in fact is a warped forest over there, which I believe there is. I have my elytra, but I'm out of rockets. I literally blew through all my rockets. Gonna have to make a creeper. I was trying to crouch and I ran instead. Oh my god, I almost ran right off the edge. Wrong button. I do that all the time. I mix those two buttons up. Oh my god. Oh, I apologize for that. Okay, so yeah, I blew through my rockets, so I can't fly over there, which was my original plan. So I'm going to figure out how I'm gonna get over there. So yeah, let me figure that out. Yes! Oh my gosh, I knew I saw a warped over here. This is not, I'm sure it's part of the same forest, but this is not where I saw it before. I'm literally just where you last saw me is literally just like right there. I just glided over there and then to over here, and I see it. This is probably the same forest, but not the same section that I saw last time I was working in the nether, because that was further over that way across the lava, and I didn't even have to go across the lava this time. Oh yeah, see, it wraps around that way. Okay, it's the same one. Anyway, I found it quite easily, in fact, and I don't need a whole lot, I don't think. Oh, I freaking hate the nether so much. Love this biome though. I just like the contrast of the red against the blue. It looks so, like, look at how magical this place looks. If it wasn't for ghasts, this would be a cool biome to turn into like an interesting like alien looking base, you know what I mean? Anyway, geez, let me collect some of this wood and then get the heck out of here. All right. I am back into the overworld to our building location, and I have plenty of warp stem. This is far more than I'm going to need for this build. I'm literally just using, I mean, literally just a little bit. Not even the wood itself. I'm using like buttons. I just literally did all this for like the little blue buttons. And well, the interior, I'm going to use some more of it. But for the exterior of the build, which is what I'm going to be working on, it's literally just buttons, I think. I think that's all I'm gonna use from that, but I wanted it and I had my mind set on it, so I made it happen. So yeah, before we get started on the next build, I want to head over here to the bookshop that I have here in my village, Benny's bookshop right here, because when I built this bookshop, I asked for some name suggestions for the shop, as I do with all of the shops and buildings and everything. The shopkeeper's name is Benny, and I called it Benny's Book Bonanza just temporarily. And someone left a comment. I believe their name is, I'm horrible with names, but I think it's pronounced like Griffin Shall, I think is how you say it. But they suggested a few names, and one of them I actually like, which was, hold on, let me see. It was Benny's Biblio, which I actually really liked the sound of. And I gotta be honest. Oh wait, no, hold on. I need to redo this whole sign. Biblio, I did not even I did not even know what that. Wait, how did I want to spell it? Benny. I want it like that. I had to look up and Google what the heck Biblio meant because I had never heard that in my life, but I actually like it. Benny's Biblio. I don't know. I like the way it sounds. So thank you for the suggestion. It is now in the world forever. Forever and ever, that shall be Benny's Biblio. All right, guys, with that out of the way, I say it's time for us to get started on the main attraction of today's episode, which is going to be right here behind me. I just realized I haven't even told you what it is yet. So in today's episode, what the whole purpose of doing all of this, the terraforming and the backdrop of the little houses behind it, the whole purpose of this area is to build the village Apothecary. So this whole area here is is gonna be filled with an apothecary building, which is a little bit different. It's interesting. The design I have in mind is going to be interesting. There's nothing else in the village that's going to stick out like this does, really, because it has a headpiece, I'm going to call it, that I really enjoy. But I'm very excited for this build. And this was one of the very first ideas I had for this village. I had this idea for an apothecary, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to build this village. So I have been thinking about this and had this in the back of my mind since the start of the series. So I'm really excited to get this thing built and for it to finally be here. I have the lore behind it and everything already in mind. We'll talk about that later, though. But for now, guys, let's hop right back into build mode and get this apothecary built because I'm excited. I'm very excited. So let's do it. Alrighty, guys, so I have been so busy working on this, as you just saw. Those trees, as always, are an absolute nightmare to build. These things, they take so long. But they add so much to the area, so it's worth it. Because without the trees, I don't know, like, it just doesn't have the same vibe. And the minute I add them in, it just transforms the entire vibe, the entire feeling of the area, and I just love it so much once I add them in. So now I'm just really quickly finishing up doing the temporary paths for this area. I've done it all up there already. I'm just needing to finish up here. Okay, this is a little wonky. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Okay, so just do that for the moment, and then need to do these. And places like this where you can see through, I'm gonna fix all that. I'm gonna come through and fix all that. But for now, I'm not too worried about that. That's just a small little thing. And I forgot a block here. How did that happen? Alrighty then. Well, that's all I'm going to do for the pathways for now until I figure out exactly where the path's going to go here. Because I know the river is going to come through here somewhere. This missing block is going to drive me nuts. Okay, I don't like this. It's like wider and then gets more narrow. So let me just bring that out. Do I like that better? Let me see. Okay, that's fine for the moment. I'll fix up these paths once I go through and start adding the actual finalized path designs to the world. Don't look. Don't look at anything. Okay? Don't look. You saw it in the time lapse, so I don't know why I'm hiding it, but I'll show you everything in just a second. But I have got to finish, or I have got to put in this missing block, because that is going to drive me insane knowing that I missed a block there. Where was that? Right here. Bop. Okay, fabulous. Okay, so let me take a step back, guys, and let's have a look at what we have accomplished. Look at that. Look at the before if you remember what it looked like before, and then now. Holy crap. The trees. Wow, I did them thick, didn't I? There's a lot more trees here than there is over there, which, if you remember me saying I wanted to add a lot more trees over here, I just didn't have time at the moment. I managed to get the time to do these. So imagine this over there as well. So there's going to be a lot more trees over there and throughout this whole village as well. And I didn't even finish all of these trees because they're supposed to be, you can see they get thin back there. There's going to be a lot more trees back there as well, which I didn't get to do today in this episode because I have ran out of time for trees because these have taken so long. But I'm loving the way it's turning out and the vibes. So let's come up, and you have the Apothecary here, which I need to do the pathway, but you come in. This is Circe's Whimsical Wares. That is the name of the Apothecary. Circe is her name. The lore behind her, let me get over to my bed. The lore behind Circe and this Apothecary is she is essentially a witch. Not an evil witch, though, but she's a witch. She has, powers and abilities. And she uses those for good to make, concoctions and potions and healing remedies and all that kind of stuff. She actually supplies the Bree Medical Center over there with all of their healing concoctions. So she is actually very helpful, Miss Circe. And she's very powerful. She's a very powerful witch, and she is part of her lore is that she is part of the Seven Sisters. So in this world, you're going to see some more apothecaries pop up eventually. Whenever I don't know where they're going to be. I don't know what they're going to look like or anything. I just know eventually you will see some more in other areas of this world as I build it and expand it. And essentially, there is a group of witches. The Seven Sisters is what they're called. They're not biological sisters, obviously, like blood sisters, but they consider themselves sisters, witchy sisters. And they're called Seven Sisters, even though there is 13 of them. Don't ask why they're called the Seven Sisters if there's actually 13. It's a whole thing. Eventually, I'll get into it probably, but not at the moment. But there's 7 sisters, which consist of 13. It's a group of 13 witches, and she's one of them. And this is where she lives in her little, in the village of Bree. And this is where she's based out of. So if you come inside, it's, I use these trapdoors as the floor because I just liked it. And it's just, a little apothecary. So she's selling little potions and concoctions and stuff to use. Here is this is like a big tube with a liquid, like a potion inside of it. And this is how you get it out. So if you want to purchase a vial of it, you'd bring an empty bottle. This is like the spout. You'd hold it under and you'd flick the lever and it'd fill your little vial in your bottle with the potion. And then you come over and pay for it. That was my idea for it anyway. And we just got some stuff, just some random tidbits hanging around here. And this thing right here in the middle is what I love. Let me actually show you. I'm sure you saw it in the time lapse, but let me back off and show you. Up top there is essentially like a windmill type device, as you can see. And essentially that is how she makes large and difficult potions, large quantities of difficult potions. So she doesn't have to mix them by hand because they require some heavy mixing for long extended periods of time. That is what that machine is for. No, that's not a machine. What would you call that? Mechanism? Let's go with mechanism. That is what that mechanism for. It's like a windmill type thing. So the wind pushes it and twirls it around and makes it spin, and it is connected inside to this, which comes through the ceiling. It's attached to this gear thingy, so that spins, which spins the gear, which then spins this, which mixes the concoction here. So this is think of this as like a giant cauldron that's built into the floor of her apothecary, as you can see. And this is how it gets mixed, because it's obviously a large cauldron with a large quantity of concoction in there. So the wind would spin all this, and it would mix her concoction continuously for her. So she's currently brewing up something that's purple, clearly. So that's what that is. It's her giant built-in cauldron, which I thought this was so cool. This was the original idea, the giant cauldron that's being mixed by a giant windmill-type propeller thing on the roof. That was my general idea for this apothecary. That was the first idea I had for this entire village when I started thinking about this village at the start of the series. This was the very first thing I came up with. So I'm very happy to actually have it built. And then she just has some, random tidbits around. Let me come over here. As you can see, she also has a big cauldron, glass cauldron out here that is brewing up some green concoction. And it's connected to a spout, like a tube, as you can see, which comes inside and goes down, and then essentially it would collect down there and connect into the cauldron. So it's like a different ingredient that's being mixed into the big concoction underground there, by the big tube, basically. That's the idea behind it. So yeah, so I really like that. Really like it, and I love that. That's literally the first idea I ever had for this village, and I'm so glad to finally have it built. You have no idea. And this area is not done. Just like a lot of the village, I haven't actually gone through to put in little details yet. I'm kind of figuring out where everything is going to go, and then I'll go through with all the details. Over here, what I'm thinking is I will have a little work area for Cersei out here. So there's going to be some little workbenches with some vials and bottles around. I'm going to have some cauldrons and campfires and stuff around where she's, working on some smaller batches of things. So yeah, and then if you come back here, I don't know if you could see this in time lapse. There's this big kooky fireplace thing that's bringing out the smoke and the steam from the giant cauldron in here, because obviously it's hot and steamy. So all of the fumes and everything that comes up from this is taken out through that big fireplace that comes out the back there. So yeah, so that's the general idea for that. Now let me do a walkthrough real quick, just to kind of give you the vibes. So you come up this way. And like I said, ignore the little crevices like this. I'm going to come through and fix that eventually. But you come through here, and this is where it splits off. So we're going to go this way first. And right over here is Cersei's house. This is where she is actually going to live. I have to get around to doing in the interior, but we're gonna have, you know, a living room, probably a kitchen here, and then a bedroom upstairs there. But yeah, so this is gonna be Cersei's house. And then let me go back this way because I wanna take the correct path. Then if you come off this way, love all these trees. I love them so much. It adds such a vibe. So you're gonna come around this way and you come up here to get to the houses, which the interiors aren't done, but they will be. So this is where the first set of villager houses are. Then we comes right over here to this house. Then it splits off to go back this way to this house. And then you have the other set of houses here. So back here is where I mentioned trees and everything aren't done. There's going to be a lot more trees back here and whatnot. Ignore all that. This is where I've been collecting leaves, and it goes farther back of oak trees that are missing leaves for all of this. But yeah, so then you come around this way. We have yet another little house here. Then you come down here. Then we have this house. And yeah, and this is kind of where I've left off for the moment, at least. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, actually. And Cersei's Apothecary, her interior is pretty much done. There is some ideas I cut. So my original idea in my head for the floor, the reason why I did the trapdoor floors, because my mind originally, what I had in mind was I was going to have like back here was going to be like a ladder that goes down into a big workshop under like a basement workshop, where that's where she would have her cauldrons and everything, and that would be like where she creates everything, and you'd be able to see down into it. So my idea was when you're in here shopping, you can look down, and through the floor you could see down into her workshop. I ended up choosing not to do that just because I don't know, when I was actually doing the interior and thinking about it, for some reason that idea didn't fit, like it didn't sit well with me anymore. I felt like Cersei would much rather be, because this was out here already, with her, you know, making stuff in this big glass cauldron, I feel like it would just make more sense for her little workshop to be out here in this open area near this. And I felt like in my mind, I have like, I see like personalities for all my characters in this world, like Benny and everything, and now Cersei. And I feel like she is like a nature enthusiast. Like she loves being outdoors and she loves the wilderness and nature and everything. So I feel like she would be a green witch, I guess, if I had to describe her. And I feel like this just fits her personality in my mind more for her little workshop just to be scattered around out here. So I changed that idea and just cut that completely. And then other than that, I am missing a couple things in here just because I don't have them yet. I have a chain right there that doesn't have anything hanging from it because I decided I want to hang, what's it called? Oh, what is it called? The ancient city, skulk. I want to hang like a block of skulk from that. I think it would look cool. And then up here, I kind of want to put a skulk shrieker? No, not shrieker. Sensor. I don't know, the thing that detects your movements. I want to put one right there just because I think it would be cool to have like a little tentacle thing of it moving back and forth up there. I just think it would add to the whimsical nature of her shop. So I need to get those, and other than those two little things, the interior is basically done for now, unless, I mean, if you guys have any ideas for the interior to add to it that you think would be really cool for Cersei's Apothecary here, by all means let me know in the comments, and I may consider adding them if they really catch my eye. But other than that, the interior is basically done. I do need to go to an ancient city to collect the skulk to add into there. The issue is I'm scared. I'm actually very terrified of an ancient city, like seriously. I know where one is. There's one actually over that that direction. But I haven't actually been in it yet. I saw it when I was like caving and stuff in episode 1 or episode 2. Well, it wasn't shown in the episode, but it was like between episode 1 and 2, I think it was when I did a lot of caving. And oh my. And when I was doing my caving, little demon, oh my god, I cannot hit these things. When I was doing my caving, well, I didn't see it, but I was underground mining and I got the darkness effect somewhere over that direction. I remember there's like a village over there, which is actually where I've been getting my mending books. Like right on the other side of that mountain, there's a village, and there's a villager there who sells mending. So anytime I need mending, I go over there. And like somewhere like right beneath that village somewhere is an ancient city, somewhere over there, because when I was in a cave over there, I ended up getting the, like I said, the darkness effect from an ancient city thingy. And I ran out. I was like, nope, I'm out. It was like early game. I didn't even have, like, I think I had like 2 pieces of iron armor. I was like, no, not ready for this. And I completely never went back to it. But I do know it's over there somewhere. So I think what I'm going to do is attempt to go find that ancient city and just sneak in. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try to sneak in to that ancient city if I can find it again, and just literally all I want to do is get 1 block of skulk and maybe a skulk sensor. I'm not looking to raid an ancient city in this episode. Maybe next episode though, if I can find it. Then maybe we'll go back to it next episode if you guys want me to. But in this episode, I'm not looking to raid the whole city. I literally just want to block a block of skulk to finish off Cersei's interior. All right, guys, let's head over there and try to see if I can locate where this ancient city is exactly, and try to remember where I got the ooh, that lag, and try to remember where I got the darkness effect from, because that was forever ago. Like, I started this world almost a year ago now. We're in May. I think I started this world in June of last year. So we're literally on the cusp of a year of this world being a year old. So it's been almost a year since I, yeah, see, there's the village right there. It's been almost a year since I was doing this caving and came across this ancient city and got the darkness effect. So I have to kind of figure out where it was again. Hopefully I can find it. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, I have found it. This is very scary. This cave is huge. I don't see an ancient city, so I don't actually know if there is an ancient city or if it's just a deep dark biome. Or is there always an ancient city in a deep dark biome? I don't actually know. That's kind of, that actually looks kind of cool how there's like a spire or a stalactite or a stalagmite or whatever of skulk. That actually looks kind of cool. Okay, so I want, oh, diamonds. Oh my god, walking on that, the sound of walking on that scared the hell out of me. I didn't know what it was. Why is it so quiet in here? There's literally not a peep of anything. Is this how it's supposed to be in Deep Dark? Is it always like this? I want one of these. Ooh, okay. And then I want one of the, not those. I want one of those thingies. What's that called? I want one of those. Don't make noise. Don't make noise. Am I good? Oh my god, I'm scared. I don't, oh. Oh my god. How do you... Can I collect this? Oh! Am I good? Okay, I think I'm good. Oh my god, the footsteps creep me out! If you guys want me to come back in here and try to see if there's an ancient city and like raid it for an episode, let me know. Oh my god, that's... I almost jumped out of my freaking chair. The sound of that was so loud. I was no... My anxiety. This is not good for my anxiety. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, how did I get in here? I don't even remember how I got in here. Let me get out of here. All right, I'm out of there. Anyway, guys, so if you want me to go back in there for an episode and explore and try to see if I can find an ancient city in there to raid, oh my god, let me know. I don't really know. What's the point of an ancient city? Like, is there a reason to go in there? Like I don't really know what the point of it is other than for the experience of doing it, for the fun of it, I guess. Which I'm down for. So I may, even if you guys don't want me to, I may end up going back in there anyway. And just trying to find the ancient city, and if there is one, and seeing, you know, how that goes. Just for the fun of it. But with that said, now I can officially finish off the interior of Circe's whimsical wares here. Blap. And then, can I reach this? Can I? I can't reach it. Maybe if I'm right here. Gosh dang it. Okay, 1 second. Let me go get some dirt. All right, dirt has been acquired. Where am I? Okay. I should be able to. Wait, where is that chain? Am I blind? Where is? Oh, right here. Bam. I don't know why I wanted that there, but like, look at it. It's a whimsical looking block. I feel like it's an ingredient. She like chips off little pieces of it to use in her potion making or something. I don't know. I just like it. It just adds a little bit of mystery to the place. I also love how it sounds when you walk on these trapdoors. They have a very distinct sound and it's like a thud and I love it. Listen to that. Oh, it's so satisfying. And that's where we're gonna have to end today's episode, guys. Make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I'll love you forever for it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, thank you so much for being here. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I hope I will see you in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.